It's Magtober day 3, and I thought we could kind of just slow down the pace a little bit today and do some real-time drawing. I'm in the woods again. I brought my sketchbook and everything, and I thought we could just draw here and I could talk about how I've been making time to make art during this challenge. And I know it's only day 3, but just kind of talk about how it's been going so far. So I brought this like cafeteria tray to paint on, and I'm gonna go grab some water from the river and start painting, and we'll just chat about what's been going on. I think one of the main things I've really struggled with this October so far is resisting the urge to make bigger, more, I guess you could say, finished pieces, which is weird because it's not like I would ever get those pieces done anyways. Every time I read the prompt list and I have an idea, I'm not imagining a sketch in my sketchbook or something small that can be completed in an hour. I'm always imagining a big finished piece. The vision in my head doesn't actually match what I'm capable of doing in a day. Not that I would ever get around to finishing these 30 pieces in a month. I mean, I'm still working. I'm not a full-time artist. I don't have time to actually complete one massive piece every single day. Especially when I'm seeing all this other art go out by other artists that looks so complete, it can be really frustrating to be limiting myself. But I set up these boundaries that I would just be using Magtober as a way to explore ideas and techniques, and there was a reason for that. You know, because I actually want to complete it this year. So I think that's just something I need to keep in mind, that the reason I'm not making big pieces right now is so that I don't get too burnt out to make big pieces later. It's good if I'm feeling frustrated because I want to make big pieces, because that means when this is all done, hopefully that motivation and all those ideas will still be there. I definitely need to resist the urge to imagine bigger pieces and just simplify and let myself use Magtober as a sketchbooking month and treat every day this month how I want my daily art practice to be. As much as I feel so accomplished when I complete a bigger piece, when I think of my ideal art practice, I want to be making art every day. I want to be coming up with new ideas every day. I love the idea of, you know, like drinking my tea in the morning and wanting to work in my sketchbook. That's why I really want to treat this as a sketchbooking month, because even though I would love to be making bigger pieces, if I can't handle drawing every day in the most casual form, just, you know, kind of having fun in my sketchbook with no pressure, then how am I going to be able to handle making bigger pieces and not getting burnt out and then not creating for weeks at a time, which is usually what happens every time I make something bigger. And so today, day 3, the prompt was fisheye. And so even though I would love to create some cool, big, weird proportion piece, I've been seeing so many artists already today post stuff with cool, like actual fish eyes. Like, I don't know, as much as I would love to be doing that, that's, again, just not realistic and not a good way for me to keep up with this challenge. So what I decided to do was I just came to the woods and took a quick little video with the fisheye app of me just like sitting in the woods and screenshotted a part of that video, and I'm just painting it. Just that simple. And already I really love the idea of these trees that are like wrapping around and hanging over and just completely surrounding me. So now I thought we could just talk a little bit about how I've been making time to make art during this challenge. Because, like I was saying, if you're not a full-time artist and you don't have hours a day to work on these pieces, it can feel super overwhelming. Even if, like I said, I'm just trying to make this into a sketchbook habit. So painting these pieces shouldn't be taking more than an hour a day. And yet, of course, there's something in my mind that just can't comprehend that you can make art in not that much time. The piece I worked on yesterday for the prompt Anatomical Heart, After filming it, I realized I probably only spent like an hour and a half painting the whole piece. But that hour and a half was so split up throughout the day. I could not get myself to paint in the morning because I was just, I don't know, I kept pushing it off, being like, I don't have the time to sit down. And then I went on this really big hike along the water with my boyfriend and my brother and my dog. And I brought my sketchbook with me. And I think because I was literally like left with no other choice, if I wanted to draw, it was gonna have to be in that sketchbook. I ended up starting to sketch out the piece, which was scary because this is a brand new sketchbook I'm working in. So I think that definitely was part of the reason why I kept putting off starting it all morning. But anyways, I ended up sketching for a little bit by the river, and then I went to work, and when I came home later, I painted for an hour to finish the piece. So it's just funny because I had multiple hours in the morning where I could have done all that, but I put it off until late last night, which is why the videos have been a little bit delayed and not posted on the same day. I don't know what it is about Inktober that makes me think I can't just work in my sketchbook for half an hour in the morning and get a piece done. Like, these do not have to be these massive multiple day things. The whole point of this challenge is to be drawing daily on different prompts and different ideas, and so those prompts have to fit into your normal day and your normal schedule, which means they can't take hours, which means you have to just start working on them. My point is just that I worked in my sketchbook yesterday for around an hour and a half, but basically because I started thinking about it at the beginning of the day and I didn't finish it to the end of the day, I basically worked on my magtober piece for like 16 hours, which is ridiculous. And so something I've been thinking about a lot in the past few days is how I need to stop spending so much time thinking and start just spending more time making right away. Because it really doesn't take that much time to make art if you don't spend hours overthinking what you're gonna make. If you've watched any of my other videos, you probably know that I can go on rambling about this stuff for hours, but honestly, I kind of really like how this piece looks right now. I mean, it's really simple and I can definitely bring it a lot further, but I don't want to push it too far. I think I've only been sitting here for like 45 minutes maybe. It really hasn't been that long. And it's been so nice and chill. The sun is coming out, the river, the sounds of the river back of me are so nice. So I think I'm just gonna end this video here. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it this far, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow.